So I'm going to talk about the bibliography and how to set that up. So the first thing you're going to do is go to your actual document of your paper. And I'm going to bring up Bob Smith. You guys know Bob. He's a fake student. Whoops. Whoa. Hold on just a second. I just X'd out of something I wasn't supposed to. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to pretend that we're working with Bob's paper today. He did his on a Google Doc. He wrote his about a person named Jim Henson. It's actually a person in history. Do you guys know who Jim Henson is? Does anybody recognize that name? He's the guy that invented the Muppets. If you've ever seen any of the Muppet movies or the Muppet shows, they're way back from the 70s, like 60s, 70s, the original Muppets. They're puppets. And he created a show out of it. And he's a pretty famous guy because he's the only one that actually did that. He also worked on Sesame Street, if you've ever heard about Sesame Street. I know a lot of stuff's digital now, so it's not as popular anymore, but if you ever want to look into it, it's pretty cool. So anyway, she wrote this Bob Smith, wrote this article about this paper about Jim Henson. Now, he's got one more paragraph to write. After he's done with that third paragraph, we need to do the bibliography page. So the first step is to hit enter, see how my cursor is going down, until you hit a blank page at the back. And then you're going to go up to your toolbar right here. Do you see these tools at the top of your Google Doc? And there's one that actually says tools. By the way, if you don't see that, it might be hidden. Sometimes when you open up Google Docs, it looks like this. There's a little down arrow on the upper right to open up more tools. You're going to actually go to the word tools and click on it. And then you're going to go to the word citations. See the little quotation mark, citations. And this is how you're going to set up your bibliography. Let me know if you guys have any questions along the way. I'm just going to walk you through this. Notice it opens up a new window on the side here, and it says MLA 8th edition. MLA stands for Modern Language Association. And then 8th edition is the edition. I mean, it's been around for a long time, so they update it every once in a while. So this is a style. This is how they want you to input this bibliography. If you open that drop down bar, you're going to see other styles. You want to keep it on MLA 8th edition. That's the style you want, because in your checklist, it does say in proper format. And for us, it's MLA. Then notice it says add citation source. You're going to click on that. It opens up other options here, source type. It says book, but there's a little drop down over here, and you get more choices. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can see what I'm doing right now. Can you see where I'm at? Okay, good. So you all used website. So you would click on website, and I'm recording this. If you need to go back and watch it, you can watch this. And then it says accessed by website, and then there's a search with URL. I can't remember what URL stands for, but basically it's the address to the website that you used. For Bob, I opened it up in a separate tab so you can see it. This is one of the sites he used for his paper. And sometimes Zoom covers up my search bar, but it's that bar at the very, very top that usually has a .com or a .org or something like that. You're going to copy that wherever you found your paper or your article, copy that, go back to your document, and then you're going to paste it in right here where it says URL, and then click search. And then it shows this. Some of the stuff is missing. In red, it says missing. Published year, contribution. That's okay. If it's missing, don't worry about it, because this is new for you guys. We're going to keep it really simple. All you're going to do is plug in that website. It tells the name of the website title. And then at the bottom, click continue because you have 3 articles. That's just one. When you click continue, it gives you an option to type in more information. Do not worry about that. Just leave it however it is when you put in the address and then click add citation source. And now it's condensed right here in a list. So we're not going to put it in the paper yet. We're still entering in all 3 articles in the box here. And then I'll show you at the end. So see at the bottom, this blue button that says insert works cited. We're not going to click that yet. You're going to click add citation source. We're going to go on to the next one. Again, select website. I'm going to go to my next. I'm going kind of fast here because I'm just kind of going through all the websites that Bob used for his paper. Go to the address, copy, go back to your paper, plug it in here, search with URL, paste, search. This looks good. Jim Henson, it's got the website. I'm going to click continue. And now more information, which I'm not going to worry about. And then I'm going to click add citation source at the bottom. Now I've got 2 sites. You see that? I've got 2 listed. I got one more. I'm going to add one more, add citation source. Go to website. Go to your new website. Here's one more. By the way, this is a cute picture. This is Fraggle Rock. This was another puppet show that he did in the 70s. So he was part of creating that too. And the Muppets, How Did Jim Henson Die? So this is talking about his death and legacy. This is from People magazine. So anyway, I'm going to cut and paste again, or copy and paste, I should say, the address to that. Go back to my paper, plug it in right here with search URL, paste, search, giving you that first set of information. Click continue. Don't worry about filling in these boxes. Add citation. I'm going kind of fast. So as you're doing this for homework, if you pause the video and do it. Now I've got 3. See how I've got 3 separate sources that I've listed here. I cut and paste each one of those addresses in that box. Now I can click insert works cited because I'm done finding all 3. I click that and notice now it goes to my actual document. On that page that I went to, that blank page, it went there. It says here, remove sources not cited in the text from works cited. I'm going to ignore that, just X out of that. My checklist says it needs to be called bibliography. Another term is works cited, but I want to make sure it matches my checklist. So I'm just going to delete works cited. I got to make sure it's centered. Now I'm going to put bibliography. Boom. Done. So if I scroll up, my first page, these are going to be your 3 paragraphs. Obviously, Bob has one more paragraph to write. New page, bibliography. There are my sources. And this is how you track your sources when you're writing a research paper, when you're using other people's information from the internet or from a book. We're going to do more papers like this after spring break, but I wanted to give you a lesson on how to build a bibliography. It's nice. Google Docs does it for you, basically. It used to be you had to figure all this stuff out and actually type it in. But notice how it's already alphabetized for you. That's one rule about bibliography. This is the author's name and then the name of the article. Everything's here. Notice how it's like indented under that. All that goes together. And then this one shows the date. Shows today's date because that's the date it was accessed. This one shows a date that it was written, May 31st, 2024. Anyway, you're just going to leave everything just like that. Any questions about building a bibliography? It's kind of fun when you do it because you're clicking and copying and pasting and clicking and doing all that. Don't worry if you mess up. There's ways to go. You can hit the back button to undo stuff if you need to, or just play with it for a little bit. And then at the very end, you'll insert it and then it goes right there. Okay, got that. And I don't see any questions, so I'm going to keep going here. So that's on your checklist. Everything else is pretty much regular stuff on your checklist with your dress ups, your one sentence opener still with the prepositional opener, and then your banned words. Watch out for those. Don't use any banned words. Okay. Your homework will be then to finish up, and I'm going to give you time right now to work on Roman numeral 3 here about the death and legacy, about your person in history. And then you're going to write your third paragraph and do your bibliography. And that's your homework that's due. I'd like for you to turn it in before the weekend. That way you're done with it and I can grade it. And then next week we can really have a week off from this class. So, all right, for now, go ahead and get out your articles or pull them up online if you need to. Oops, just lost my paper. And start working, look at Article A and start working on your Roman numeral 3 about the death and legacy. Look for facts, put in those keywords. I'm going to give you guys time to work right now. And I'll just be right here if you have any questions. Grab my paper real quick. Okay. So you're going to look through those articles and try to find where it talks about the death and legacy of the person you chose to write about. And just a reminder, each article, try to find something a little bit different so that you have lots of choices for your fused. Bryce, if you could put in the chat who you picked for your person of history. I haven't seen yours yet. I just want to know who you picked. Or if you haven't picked anybody yet, just let me know you haven't picked anybody yet. I know, Grayson, you picked Kobe Bryant. I see that from your homework that you turned in. JC picked Cleopatra. Oh, I see it. I see it, Bryce. I pulled it up. It's Martin Luther King. I see that. Good. So you're working on how he died, which is really tragic for him. And Lucy, same. Martin Luther. I'm just going to stop the recording real quick so you can